He better boots.
You better boots, girl.
Certain people just are able to boots the house down at all times.
Well, certain people are bootsing 24/7.
And have info and just like are full of little secrets.
Yeah, and others struggle to boots.
I struggle to boots.
But you boots every so often.
I want to talk about the ultimate bootsing.
The boots that are rocking the world.
The lack of boots.
The lack of boots.
M&Ms has unveiled that their M&Ms characters are now, they've been like wokeified. And they're now being...
We lose another...
A make under.
Another fucking bimbo lost to woke
the
culture. Yeah, lost in the sauce.
So they've changed...
The de-bimbofication of the green M&M.
They've changed the M&Ms to make them more like... you know, of the time. And they've, with most notably, the green M&M, a bona fide bombshell, a vixen, and a sex-positive bisexual.
A fucking sexy icon.
Was
one
stripped.
of like the most iconic beings that taught me about femininity.
And loving it.
And like being hot.
And being like, we don't need the boys.
Being hot and sassy and holding your own.
And like hanging out with like the brown M&M, Mrs. Brown M&M with her little kitten heels and being like, we don't need the guys. It's just us girls.
Just us girls. You're the nerd. You read.
You read and
I just shake my little ass.
And she was stripped of her boots, her iconic white boots, and just slapped on with sneakers.
They put her in a pair of like Common Project sneakers,
and they've taken away her eyelashes.
That is fucking
their eyelash. I guess
rude.
I don't know if she might be more.
Is she not? Are they non-binary?
I think they
now?
might be more in line with that.
They said we can't have two women,
but
we can't have two sexy women.
They've stripped her of her eyelashes.
They said, M&M said, in our world, women either read and wear glasses, and then they've earned their heels.
Their kitten heels.
Or they're lesbians.
Yeah, if you read that.
And they are in a sneaker, no eyelashes.
If you read quit drinking like a lady, then you've earned...
Quit like a woman.
Quit like a woman, then you've earned your pair of kitten heels.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a sexy...
If you're sexy, we need to dress you the fuck down.
So they've dressed the Green M&M down, and they are now without their boots. And I'm upset.
This is a sad day for every woman, honestly.
And for every gay man.
To lose a fierce queen to a sneaker.
I grew up on the Green M&M.
Like, at least put her in a chunky Balenciaga. Like, don't put her in like a sexless.
Or give her like little booties. Like little like felt booties.
The booties would have been so cute.
Little suede, like clip, 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 little witch boots.
Put her in a high-heeled Mary Jane.
Yeah, or put her in flats. Anything but sneakers.
A sensible, sexy flat showing a little toe cleavage. Never hurt anyone.
Put her in those like camel toe shoes.
Put her in the Margiela shoes. Yeah. Put her in a pair of Tabbies.
Seriously.
Keep her in a fucking heel.
Or just give her...
Boots are hotter than ever. Like, why would you take the boots away?
Make her boots...
Take away the eyelashes, but please leave the boots.
Keep her... Make her boots... I say make her boots even taller.
I say
thigh high or nothing.
Give her Gaga boots with their like 6-inch soles and like an 8-inch heel. Put her in the Alexander McQueen.
The like
curved...
The alien shoes.
Yeah.
With like little alien clogs. Yes. Or just give her
tits.
Give her tits and boots that go up to her
dress.
Her like private.
Give her a Saint Laurent patent leather boots to the gods. Boots to her vagina.
Make her a single boot. Make her the Green M&M is
boot up to her chin.
Make her, all her boots are just her little eyes.
Her boots go all the way up to her beautiful eyes.
And we never see anything else.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
I want her in a thigh-high boot.
I want her in a...
What about her? Did you ever think to ask her what she wanted?
No, I want her in leather pants. Mm-hmm. And like little heels.
I want her in the mirror looking back at it.
Open-toed stiletto heels and leather pants.
No, you're really an open-toe heel. I want her in a pair of Amina Muad'Dis. Like a clear with a jewel.
I want her in a
bejeweled.
lucite heel.
I want her in a stripper heels and I want bangles all the way up her arms and then one on her upper arm like all the super skinny girls wear.
And give her a sleeve tattoo.
And I want her to go like this.
Like Julia. I want her to look like Julia Fox.
Yeah.
And
Put
just,
her
like,
in Yeezys.
Put her in Yeezys. And
Yeah, like at least like put her in a Yeezy if you're gonna have a sneaker, a Yeezy or Balenciaga for your life.
It's like, I hate to use this meme, but it's truly like no one nothing or everyone nothing, and then M&Ms these. Like we
already lost Lola Bunny's tits. Like what else are you gonna take from us? I
Lola,
love
another fallen
They're
soldier.
taking every sexy cartoon away from us one by one until women literally can't be sexy anymore. Why?
Lola Bunny, was fallen soldier on the beaches
Another one bites
of
the
Normandy. Another one bites
Literally,
the dust.
this is Normandy. This is Saving Private Ryan opening scene where every hot, sexy cartoon that you grew up with is on the boats in the sloshing ocean. And they're like, go. And
Clear the murder hole. And then
they get taken down.
They get whacked.
The sea is red with the blood of the bimbos.
Bimbo himbo blood is spilling, and we must soldier on.
Everyone's getting like de-sexed kind of and becoming just like
Eunuchs.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't know.
It's really it's strange. I think that there should be explorations of all types of gender represented. Why not create a new M&M? Why not create a purple M&M and have them be the asexual one?
Also, but
like create a pink M&M.
But why can't they have like a progressive, like non-binary M&M that's like non-binary people are sexy?
Yeah.
Why does she have to be? Why
do you have to punish a sexy queen
and make them
in order to satisfy the woke mob? Also, no one.
Yeah,
no one cared.
I don't even think people on either side were like.
People were glad to have her.
Thinking about the green M&M.
I feel like people weren't even thinking about Lola Bunny. Everyone was just like down.
Will unite, much like Yellowstone. The green M&M will unite America.
The green M&M sexiness and sex appeal is bipartisan.
It's bipartisan, and it defied political ideology and political ties.
Mm-hmm. And now you're making her liberal.
And not.
You're making her.
You're making her like a resistance Twitter bot.
Stripping her.
She's where she tweets like those tweets that are like, I believe in democracy, pass it on, or like if you believe Joe Biden's a good president, retweet now, and there's like 100,000 retweets. And you're like, okay.
What if she's like a Russian spy now?
That'd be cool.
It's a psyop.
Maybe
this is the CIA. This is CIA.
Well, interestingly enough, the green M&M, the news about the M&Ms came out just hours after the CIA confirmed that Havana Syndrome is not
real,
or is not like an actual threat from an enemy. Which I was like,
is too.
It's too close.
That is too close.
These are tied.
Interlinked. These are connected.
But like,
question everything.
I love the CIA. Okay, let's trust the CIA.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you, CIA. They literally in the fall, I think, said that they were going to provide aid to those afflicted by. So
what is Havana Syndrome?
So it happened like a few years ago. Some diplomats in Cuba, I think.
In Cuba?
American diplomats had to be medevaced from Cuba because they were experiencing auditory sensations of hearing cicadas.
They were vibing too hard.
And it like drove them like to sickness and like madness. So they had to be and then it happened in China, I think, and then in Russia. Or in China and Cuba. And then over the last few years,
how does it happen?
You just start hearing like cicadas or something, which is like really scary.
That's cray, but it probably wouldn't bother me because growing up as an Oklahoma queen where the cicadas are out every summer, it'd be like coming home.
I mean, I too grew up where cicadas
Watch
were.
yourself.
Watch this space.
Don't try and snatch my cicada wig. You said there's more than one.
I took the cicada crown. The queen cicada. The queen cicada is the size of like.
Shout out to the cicada in Lost Daughter. Fucking
Oh yeah.
best supporting actor nominee. The cicada from Lost Daughter. We see you and we honor your role.
But I guess in the last year or so, especially, it's been happening more, and I think members of the Biden administration have been experiencing Havana Syndrome, where it's like they can't. It's like debilitates them, and they can't even go to work.
The joke writes itself.
But it's also like, so then the CIA, they were
Said,
taking it seriously.
Don't worry.
Well, they were taking it really seriously. It must be. So they're thinking, is it either like mass psychosis, or is it
Or just like deep rooted mental illness.
Yeah,
Trauma based mental illness.
yeah, capitalism based trauma? And
Yeah.
like, of like doing anything to not go to work, which like I relate. But like, it's like hyper normalization. I mean, all these buzzwords.
There was some incredible like right-wing meme that I saw recently that was like it was
Here,
like
she's starting. My God.
No, it was
I
like
know it's coming.
it was like signs of Omicron include fatigue and not wanting to go to work. No wonder liberals love it. It got me good.
The cicadas and the right wing
tell you
memes. I'm
something.
telling you about alcohol.
What if my new identity in 2022 is like you might be a redneck if humor, like Jeff Foxworthy?
It's starting with like like the cable Larry the Cable Man. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Anything's possible. Havana Syndrome. But it is interesting that like they were taking it so seriously, and now all of a sudden they're like, it's nothing.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
It's
for a
probably
second.
like Russia or something.
Or
it's like our own government.
Or it's just like truly like a new mental illness.
Well,
It's probably like a stress response to like incredibly high stress situations.
Yeah, which
That the body keeps the score.
my body,
as we
Miranda.
know.
But like, it is interesting and it's freaky, but it's also really funny.
Yeah.
And
that is definitely tied into female M&M.
But I was praying that a celebrity would be diagnosed with Havana Syndrome. Like I was trying to think of who, like it would either be Bella or like Kylie or
It'll
even,
happen soon.
Yeah. Or like an influencer will get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like
it's truly a matter of time.
It's the new Lyme.
Mm-hmm. That's chic, honestly.
It'd be kind of chic
Who
to
will
be
be
like,
first?
literally you could just be like, I have Havana Syndrome.
People's teams are already hard at work, like
Yeah.
strategizing the Havana Syndrome confession rollout.
What if it becomes like what if it's like the new thing?
Like the new Me Too or like the
No,
new
or like the new like, what if it be
challenge accepted? Like it
challenge
it will
accepted,
be-
I have HS.
Yeah.
Or it becomes like a TikTok, like, you know that we talked about like
Oh,
that
the TikTokers that are like
experiencing like mass delusion.
yeah,
like
and they're having like Tourette's.
Yeah, because like one of the big TikTokers has Tourette's,
Mm-hmm.
or like they speak in English like Peppa Pig. And like it's just
Fucking queens.
There's so much potential with Havana Syndrome. So I hope that we get to see a celeb with Havana Syndrome in our lifetime.
Speaking of Cuba, I recently I hired a trainer for Tony to work on some behavioral issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I was shooketh to learn of like one training technique that he has, because like I'm trying to, as the readers and listeners know very well, like Tony has a barking issue at times and has been better lately, but has like some auditory and visual triggers.
He has Havana Syndrome.
He has Havana Syndrome. The cicadas are torturing him.
Mm-hmm.
But so his trainer came over yesterday and we like worked together, and he was showing me this, like, he was like, you have to like start crating him again as like using that as kind of a behavior shaping tool.
Yeah.
And he was like, while he's in the crate, he's like, I want you to make a playlist of like his most triggering sounds and put them on, play the playlist on a Bluetooth speaker at a low volume and put it right over his crate. And I was like, this is literally Guantanamo Bay. Like,
Holy shit.
isn't that Guantanamo vibes? I felt like the card counter.
Did it work?
Well, I haven't tried it yet. It's just been one day. I haven't had time to make my playlist, but
Like something to just slowly drive the dog mad.
no, it's like to desensitize them so they just hear the sounds and they're in their like confined comfort space.
It's hypernormalization.
No, it is. And I was like, this feels crazy, but also like I get why it would work.
Wait, is the card counter about Guantanamo?
It has like some Guantanamo vibes. It's like he's an ex army guy that was stationed in Guantanamo and then got caught and prosecuted and
like,
served
torture.
10 years for torture. But he like took the fall for like the real, like the head bitch in charge. And there's a lot of Guantanamo flashbacks.
Ugh.
And I was like, damn. And then I was like,
I can't watch that stuff.
oh yeah, I mean,
It like that. I mean, it's yeah.
it ain't good.
Our government.
I think we can all agree that I think my instinct is that we can all agree that Guantanamo Bay is not where you want to be.
Wait. Okay. New show alert. Really fast.
Okay,
Speaking of
yeah.
all this, and then we'll get into our girls. But
You're delving into truly the depths of the television
there's
universe.
so much good TV that no one talks about.
I like that you're excavating
It's a show Condor.
and finding. Say it again.
Condor on Epix, which is I think a British channel or a European-owned channel. It has Jeremy Irons' hot ass son in it, Max Irons, who's like 6'2" and just has a big ass.
He's a sexy beast.
And Mira Sorvino is in it. Brendan
Hell yeah.
Fraser.
Hell yeah.
William Hurt, who I've always been,
Wow, this is a power lineup.
It's a great cast, and a girl from Yellowstone is in it. In
Who?
The first season. Jamie's campaign manager.
Wow.
/ lover.
Okay. Love her.
And there's there's an assassin character who is this like I think she's Palestinian in real life, like she's from Palestine, and she is
What's it about?
incredible as this assassin. Truly bone chilling. It's like she's one of the scariest characters I've seen on TV.
Are there boobs in it? A nipple.
I think so.
Do they say the F word?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's violent as fuck.
Oh, I like that.
Lots of shots to the head.
Oh, point blank.
Execution.
Oh, yeah. And from long range.
Yeah.
Tiny guns.
Tiny guns, big guns, CIA, the American government being fucking horrible.
Okay.
It's full of good.
I'm liking this.
And he's a great action hero.
Yeah. He was in was he in Divergent? He was in some sort of, or was he in Hunger Games?
I don't know.
He was in like a YA thing that I saw years
Theo
ago.
James was in Divergent.
Okay.
Who's also like a hot Brit.
Max Irons has been in something.
I want
want
him in me. Yeah. But it's really good, and season it's like nonstop, and it's very tense, and the girl who plays the assassin is like my new queen.
She's killing it.
She's no Beth Dutton, but she's pretty damn good.
Someone sent me a picture of a t-shirt that said Beth Dutton 2024. And underneath
Shit
it
would
said,
get done.
"You're the trailer park, I'm the tornado."
She says that.
I know. Fucking
What season are you
iconic.
on?
I'm still on early season 2.
Mm-hmm. Love when she.
I'm trying to get a huge TV in my bedroom so that I can.
I always say don't have a TV in your bedroom.
I respect that that's your opinion, and I honor your decision to like not have a TV in the bedroom, but I am a TV in the bedroom kind of
All
gal.
right.
And not only just a TV in the bedroom, I'm like a huge TV in the bedroom.
Do it up.
I want like
You want it to be you want it to be just get a screen. Get like a projection screen.
I've thought about that, but too much like work to try and hang a projector, and like having a projector hanging above my bed feels like really dangerous in terms of an earthquake. So I'm gonna get like probably like I'm a 65-inch TV that literally, like, I don't want to hang down here anymore. I only want bed and television when I watch something.
Shades drawn.
And I want to feel like I am in the TV.
You want to feel like you're on the Dutton Ranch.
That's what I'm saving the rest of Yellowstone, because I was like, I need HD like 4K OLED. Like I need like top of the line.
Beth, you want to see Beth?
I want to see every freckle on Beth Dutton's perfect little mug.
And her like messy mascara.
When she sneers and like curses someone out, I want to see the spittle fly out of her mouth and hit me in the face.
What if you just got a 4D like seat that they have where it moves around? What if you just got one for your house?
Comfortable. I don't like a move.
I don't either.
I want huge bed, huge TV, and then I want to basically be in it. But I don't like virtual reality. I don't want something on my head. I just want to feel. You want to
be lost in, like, you want to get lost in
the beautiful scenery. Yeah. And like have like a good speaker. I just want to be engulfed by whatever it is I'm watching.
I get it.
And so
then do it.
And some people vibe like that in the bedroom and some people don't. And I get that.
I like to, my whole thing is, for me, it's like, don't shit where you eat.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to.
You like want to keep the zones.
Yeah. And now that we have like our gigantic eleganza couch that's like the size of, you know, a Yukon.
Yeah.
XL or whatever. It's like I have 2 beds now.
You have your zone for TV. Yeah, I understand that.
But I respect those who wish me dead.
It's like this zone feels just more like a work zone. And I want like ultimate relax time, like go to bed at 8:30, put like an eye mask on and literally get lost in the sauce.
You want to go, You need to get like hue lighting for your room too.
Like where the TV has the light?
No, that you can like change the lighting settings. Like we have it in our apartment.
Yeah, I love that, but I like my lamps.
Okay.
I love like a
You're
strategic.
A lamp gal.
I'm a total lamp queen.
Mm-hmm. Hue lighting is inherently.
It's very gay, and I love that.
Gar.
Yeah,
It's very
a lot of. Really, my best gay friends have either been LED gays or lamp gays. I don't really fuck with
no gays. If you're an overhead light gay, like that's.
I don't know
if there are. I don't know. I don't know a single.
They
one.
exist, I'm sure.
Not my world.
Not my world.
Cut it out, honey.
To them, I say,
stay back. Well, speaking of the world that I want to be in,
it's engulfed
in this episode
in a Sony 4K MK Ultra television scenario.
I'm Carrie.
I'm Lara.
And you're listening to Sexy Unique Podcast.
They did that. They really did that.
This episode
they turned my pussy out.
Up.
Yeah.
And out and all around the town.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 8 of Just Like That is.
It boots the house down literally and figured.
It was. Can you tell everyone what happened?
Okay, so we started the episode and it begins with Seema coming over to Carrie's apartment to like have some sushi and lols, and as they were talking, which
about
for
smoking.
one of the first times ever, like had just natural dialogue that two people would say to each other who were friends. And they were like talking about smoking cigs and like relating on like reeking of cigarette smoke. And Carrie wept. Not Carrie Bradshaw, Carrie O'Donnell.
I did.
He shed tears of joy, tears of memory,
melancholy,
tears of grief and loss and melancholy. And he worked through that wave of emotion that came over him, and it was beautiful to watch.
It was, I like legit was overcome and verklempt.
Mm-hmm.
Verklempt. And I felt instantly needing the old SAT. Like I need to go back and watch it. Like I was like, it was just something about the way they were talking about smoking. And Carrie was like,
And Carrie like honoring her past and like
Yeah, and just being
and
like
feeling like you're like, oh my God, there she is.
it was the first time this whole season where I was like, there's Carrie. This episode felt for me like this is Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
Like they finally something clicked, and for the first time,
Finally in episode 8
No,
of the 10.
but I really felt like her character really came out, and it was the same but also different, and full of a wisdom that was like
She's more peaceful, but she still is that same old bitch.
yeah, and just like that same chic lady,
Mm-hmm.
and I just thought it was great, and I think yeah, there was a lot of good stuff going on. Right off the top, we need to talk about the big elephant in the room. Harry's gigantic hog of a dick.
This episode also had 2 dick moments, which I'm appreciative of, and I think dicks are the new boobs.
They are.
In televised and silver screen entertainment, dicks are trending upwards, and fat fake hogs.
So Charlotte's giving him an aura ring.
Well, okay, so
to check for oxygen.
Aura Hive, we gather because I got an Aura ring for Christmas, and you best believe I have tossed my Fitbit to the side. Gwyneth who, I said? Actually, Gwyneth Paltrow, because she started wearing an Aura ring, so that's why I had to get one. And yeah, Charlotte's trying to give it Harry an Aura ring, and he's like, I don't want to wear this. Like, you have to propose to me. And so she gets on her knees and proposes to him that he wear the Aura ring. And she put it on the wrong finger. Anyone in the Aura Hive knows that you need to wear it on the index.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, while you're down there,
want to do something else?
Suck my dick.
Basically, like, suck my big dick. And it's
I was rooted out by him implying that. But Charlotte's always DTF is the thing.
Charlotte has the best life of any of these gals. But it was a genuinely, I went, she
gladly unzips.
She's on her knees on their expensive tile, and she unzips his trousers and pulls out his like Dirk Diggler,
his fucking purple
semi-hard
dong.
And I was like, and then as it's happening, Lily walks in.
Yeah. And Charlotte just fucking headbutts Lily and is like, get out of here.
She was, get out of here, you fucker. And I was like, this is why Harry dickmatized her.
Charlotte's been sucking and fucking with Harry since the day they met.
And
they have great sex. Remember, she teabags him.
Yeah. She
teabags. She does every sexual thing that you can possibly do with a man when you're a woman to her husband, Harry.
She cannot get enough of his big fat,
I love that for her.
Menchie dick.
Because my first instinct was like, ew, why are you saying that to me? Which I guess does make me more of a Carrie or Miranda in this situation when they talk about it later and they're like, you're still blowing him?
Yeah. But
Charlotte is lapping that.
She's swallowing loads left and right. She's taking loads to the face. And I'm like, yeah. Like,
she's our load queen.
She's a queen of blowjob queen. She's the Nancy Reagan of the Sex and the City universe. And I love it. Like, she's a total blowjob machine. But Lily, she's worried that they traumatized Lily or like sexualized her. So then Charlotte's like,
well, also she's like told Lily that she was checking Harry's dick for cancer.
Which I was like, all right, you don't need to go that far.
I'm sure if you're 15, you know like what your parents are doing.
So the whole episode's her wondering, the mysteries of Lily. Like this is Lily's episode. Lily's also 30.
Lily is 31 years old. She jacked. Has a tight 31-year-old body. She's on a 15-year-old.
She's more jacked than I've ever been. She's like
certainly moi aussi.
She's like Linda Hamilton level of like she has abs. She does guns.
Like one arm pull-ups.
Yeah. So the whole episode, Charlotte's trying to connect with her. Lily's been going over to stay with godmother Carrie
and help her archive her pieces.
And I guess taking some of her looks.
Yeah, and Carrie's paying her in looks.
And I still am so darked out by Carrie's like trundle bed.
I don't understand.
Isn't that what it's called? A trundle bed?
I don't understand Charlotte and Harry's living situation because I thought they lived in the same apartment, but they're not. They're no longer living in the master bedroom. And I don't know what happened to the master.
We know what happened.
What?
They gave it to Brady so he wouldn't kill people.
Miranda said, get this cold-blooded killer out of my house. And they said, we'll just sign over the deed of the classic Upper East Side 6 to Brady if he promises not to detonate the vest at Che Diaz's LGBT rally. And they did have to make a huge real estate deal with Brady and his terrorist girlfriend.
The Brady Hobbs family are in a state of en masse. They're always worried about en masse.
Brady is ready to take lives.
But
Brady literally looks like the Denver movie theater shooter.
I know. Oh my God. The Aurora shooter.
He does look like that guy.
Shit, he does.
He literally, okay, that is what, this is just my aha moment.
It's all leading up.
It all is.
But Miranda, but Carrie's sleeping in this
she's sleeping in a full-size bed,
really?
Which is very weird. So are Charlotte and Harry. They're not in a queen. They're in a full as well.
It's really weird.
No adult. I'm sorry, unless a queen minimum. Sorry, but and if you
bad backs.
If you're and also I'm tall, so it would never fit in a full bed. But
P.S. Tall Girl 2 is coming.
I feel seen. Visibility at its finest for us tall queens. They need to make Bigfoot, but just tall girl, but just a girl with huge feet. So I can really feel my story has been told. Finally. It's taken 37 years. Ski feet. Clompers, big dogs. That's what they call. Oh, horse hooves. And it's just about a girl with fucking huge feet. Sometimes she tries to stuff her big old dogs into a smaller shoe because they're more fashionable and hurts.
She wears a size 13.
And she just has to accept that her feet are big and most designers won't make the kind of shoes that fit her. But what she can do
is make her own.
She learns how to cobble. She goes to Italy and she learns how to make her own shoes.
She makes a shoe line for
big-footed queens.
And then it's in the scene when Samantha speaks of the cancer benefit, everyone takes their wigs off. All the women are like, you go, girl.
It's women and drag queens and trans women who are all gather as big-footed ladies, and they go and they touch and they unite, and it actually unites us all. Who will greenlight this movie? Who will attach?
You gotta get it going.
I gotta get this going. Bigfoot.
So Miranda the episode begins at a pride rally. Mm-hmm. That, of course, Che Diaz
headlining.
They are fully headlining. They're doing a sort of a half comedy bit, half inspirational.
What is this rally, though?
I don't know, because I'm is it?
I thought it was just gay pride at first, but then it wasn't. It was just a gathering and a rally for rally's sake. Someone erected a stage and did production design
in the financial district, which is so weird. They're outside of City Hall.
Everyone showed up. They were I
guess we'll do this.
I thought this was
Was this Pride? Well, it's not Pride because it looks like it's
fall.
Or
it's not
what,
June.
What time of year is it, by the way? So much time has passed.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what year we're in any longer. A whole year has passed on the show.
It's 2028. So they're doing their bit, and they're like, they're just making little corny like cruise, you know.
Shay's doing their horrible bits again.
They're doing their thing. They're like, wah, 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 wah. Everyone laughs and laughs. Miranda's in the crowd with her smiling and her curly little bob and just laughing amongst her fellow queers.
Can I just say something?
Say it.
I need Miranda to have an episode where she goes to the dentist and gets her teeth cleaned. Because I can't take those better teeth anymore.
Someone said it.
We all are thinking it, and someone has to say it. You don't have to have straight teeth, but I won't let you have dirty teeth. And that's where I draw the line.
She's smoking 3 packs a day.
She is smoking unfiltered Pall Malls.
She's smoking General Shermans.
Literally, she's smoking something because you can see where the nicotine or the pot is hitting those chompers, and she's
been smoking a little too much reefer with old Che.
With old Che Diaz. And she needs to get thee to a Zoom whitening sesh ASAP. Why has no one intervened on this? You can age gracefully, but you can't have brown teeth.
Teeth?
I've had to intervene on people that have had a tooth journey before.
It's hard. It's like telling someone they have bad breath.
It's hard to struggle with dirty teeth, but I won't let anyone in my universe live their dirty tooth truth.
Yeah.
Because they're really living a lie.
I have no comment.
I will take the fall. I'll take the fall, and I'll be the one to speak truth
You're the
to
card
power.
counter.
I am the card counter after all.
I am the card counter.
I'm literally Guantanamo Baying my own pug. My secret horrible life. My dark truth. I torture my dog. And he doesn't. He lives the best life ever.
But Miranda's in the crowd. She's like, I'm like, by the way, who are these? There's like a bunch of gay men that look like they're from like the Geordie Shore.
There's all sorts of gays. There's a Geordie Shore gay.
Liverpool looking gay.
There's one woman standing next to Miranda who is over it and literally is making this face the whole time.
Yeah.
But she just goes.
There's random drag queens. I'm like, they let them perform.
Yeah. What? And also, what is this?
This comedian is not. They're not doing it
This
for me.
is a spy thriller because Miranda looks to her left and lo and behold, there's Aurora Shooter himself with his girlfriend, and he literally is ready to like Boston Marathon the fuck out of this gay rally.
They go. And let's give it up for our straight LGBTQ plus IA allies.
So then how about those allies?
Everyone cheers, and then Miranda looks over, and Brady and his girlfriend are just there wearing pins that say allies. So I'm like, do they know?
Why are they there?
And why did they take the train in from Brooklyn to? Are they supporting Che and Miranda? Like, do they know that Miranda's having an affair?
And then also Miranda is like, when she sees Brady, her instinct is to like sneak out and get the hell out of there. But I'm like, if you're all allies at the rally, like if they don't know that you're having an affair, so couldn't you just be like, oh my God,
well,
I love gays too.
Miranda's internalized.
Miranda has
homophobia.
Issues, and let me
IHOP.
She is suffering from IHOP. Her IHOP flared up in that moment. She said Brady's gonna blow us all to smithereens.
She's getting out.
She's getting out before she gets her arm blown off.
But we both decided that this was the one time where we both were like, go Che.
We were team Che.
Because they see Miranda like sneaking off, and they're kind of like off put, and it like throws them off their game, which is, Che's
already tenuous to begin with.
But Che, if there's one thing they can do, is they can get up and do a tight 10 and wow the crowd. Because we live in a world where this comedian is the top comedian in all of the world.
This comedian can say, I'm doing a tight 10 in the FIDI. This is what people call the financial district.
FIDI. Wall Street.
They Instagram, they go, who here is craving a tight 10 in the FIDI? I'll be there at 2 p.m. sharp.
I'm in my head. I'm like, these are,
And then
the people
literally people show up, erect a stage for Che, and then boots the house down and listen to their tight 10 in the middle of the workday.
In my head, I was like, these are in this universe. These are the only gays and queers in all of New York City, right here. In this
They gather, they ride
in this
for their non-binary royalty.
This New York
Che
is
Diaz.
a dystopian New York where they've had to like
All the gays.
exile most people and like because of quarantine and like COVID and plague, and they've had to exile most of the gays and they've exiled
Everyone died.
a totalitarian regime, and they're like 60% of you must leave, but we'll keep these.
Well, Carrie Bradshaw, we know her fans died of COVID, so no one knows who she is. And then the rest of the gays, yeah, they were shipped off.
They moved.
They were shipped off island. They said,
moved away.
You can go to Brooklyn.
You can go to Queens.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
You have to leave Manhattan. So the gays and the queers, they all just
The great migration happened.
the LGBTs of Manhattan left, and then the ones who came in had to be state approved, and it's these.
And they were like, we only have certain quotas. They're like, we're making this LGBT crowd. We need 2 Geordies.
A bunch of drag queens.
And we have room for 5 allies.
Mm-hmm. And
And Brady made the cut.
And Che.
He's,
well, of course.
As we know, it's a long con to truly unveil his horrific terroristic acts on the community.
If the queers who were exiled want to come back in just for like, they have to go to like an appointment or go to class or go to work, they have to have like a special. Yeah, they have a special pass that lets a day pass. But these are the only people that turned out for Pride, Manhattan Pride, and the Phi Dye.
Mm-hmm.
So Shay's very thrown off by seeing Miranda leave their show. So then after, Miranda's like, hey, I was grabbing us coffee, kind of playing it off. Like she just snuck out for a second. And Shay's like, what the fuck was that?
Che goes, you can't fool me, teeth.
And Miranda's like, well, the truth is I saw my son and his girlfriend, and I wasn't ready for them to see me with you yet. And Shay's like, you haven't told your kid about me? And Miranda's like, well, no. I mean, she goes, well, does he know that you and Steve are in an open marriage? And then Miranda's silent for a minute, and Shay goes, are you in an open marriage? So Shay was under the impression that Miranda has been
in a fully open marriage and just exploring her options.
Yeah, and like Steve knows all about Shay and is like cool with it. And then Shay like gets very emotional and like kind of taken aback. And Shay's like, look, I'm a lot of things, but I'm not like I'm a horn dog, but I'm not a home wrecker.
I'm a horny ass bitch. I'll eat your pussy for days.
But I'm not gonna wreck your home.
You come sleep with me and then you go home to your husband.
Which was a great.
Yeah, they were like, you've lied to me.
You've lied to me. Yeah, so
they're that strikes
teeth strikes. But Shay has valid. Shay has valid.
Shay
is valid.
In that moment, I became a Che Diaz super fan.
Me and you were at their comedy concert.
I said, Che, don't make me like you.
But don't
make me cry. I said to Che, and I did. I was like, I stand with Che Diaz, and just like that, I was a Che Diaz super fan.
Shay's like, I'm all about honest fucking, and I will only have an honest woman in my bed. So until you get right with yourself and
get right with God,
and here's a gift certificate for Zoom whitening. Go get it the fuck together, Hobbs, with Steve, and do your thing. Then you can come back and I'll eat your pussy.
And Miranda said, until then,
you gotta.
It's mouth off. You don't get this tongue.
You don't get this tongue or these fingers. So then Miranda's like, okay, great. I'll go divorce Steve because she can't get enough of getting finger blasted. And then if
Shay's fingers aren't deep in the puss, Miranda does simply not know who she is.
So Miranda, by the way, you pointed out has coffee on her clothes. And I'm like, God, Miranda, get it together.
Chablis Hobbs is a dry drunk.
She's a slob.
She's a big old slob. She does need to get her act together. I was like,
get it right.
I would cut her off as a friend. I'd be like, you're chaotic and your energy is throwing me in those teeth. I can't look at them another day, girlfriend.
So Chablis Hobbs hobbles off with the other exiled gays back on the F train.
Yeah, they're shipped back to Brooklyn.
Heads back to Brooklyn. Meanwhile,
what's meanwhile happening?
Carrie is having sort of an ongoing battle with her cool downstairs neighbor who's like this impossibly thin, chic girl.
Mysterious 20-something who lives in truly the Boots apartment beneath
Carrie. It's basically like Carrie at 20.
Yeah.
She's always having people over. They're always out in the stoop making a lot of noise. And she just can't take it anymore.
And there is the girl is having a gathering and they just stoop it up for like 5 hours straight. And there is a laugher who has the screech laugh of the century.
Oh, it's a bad laugh. So
one of those, and I noticed it at first, and I was like, "Oh my god, this laugh! Like, is that real?" And then that was the laugh that broke the Carrie's back.
So she enlists help from her other cool podcasting partner,
Joey, Jim, Jesse sounds.
I think it's Jesse.
Right to me.
And
he's also in twin bed, by the way. He's in like a twin or a full.
And he and his girlfriend Smoke are hanging at home. She's up late. She's got a deadline. She's a designer, so she's doing seamstress work, and he's just chilling in bed.
I see some synergy for the future with Carrie and Smoke.
So
fashionistas.
Carrie calls Jesse, and she's like, "What do I do? How do I you're cool? How do I tell young people to shut the fuck up without being like the old crone upstairs who's complaining?" And he's like, "Basically, you either bring a gun or you say nothing." Because you will be known as the old hag.
That's literally the advice that I would give someone.
Same.
And I think advice that we should all take. And yet another.
Can you look up what his name is?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you got it right.
It's Jesse.
I know it's a J.
Well, he's like barely in it.
I was shocked when Carrie called him. I literally go, no, I don't want to see you.
Yeah.
And then I actually loved seeing him.
Yeah, I liked him and his girl.
I'm coming around on everyone, and I just realized this episode was missing my queen, Mia Wallace. She would have been a great person for Randa to call and ask some marriage advice, since she's always hitting Rando up.
She'll be Miranda's divorce lawyer.
Is she a lawyer?
Yeah. She's a law professor.
Who are the hosts?
X, Y, and Me.
X, Y, and Me.
Can I reveal? Oh, I want to tell you something about Yellowstone.
No, why? Is it going to really ruin it for me?
No.
Okay.
Nia Wallace is in it.
Are you serious?
She comes in a few seasons in, so just wait.
Hell yeah. Did you screech when that happened?
She squares up against Beth Dutton.
Does she beat the shit out of her?
No, but
Beth gets socked
at
some point.
She says...
Because I was looking at Beth Dutton memes yesterday. It's where I go when I need my hat. And I saw a lot where Beth Dutton's face was just like totally punched up.
She plays like a corporate pirate CEO who comes in and...
CEO?
Is like Beth's foil.
This is only showing me...
Just look up cast of Just Like That.
Jackie.
Okay. So Jackie's like, Carrie, you better batten down the hatches, keep your windows closed, and just put some noise canceling headphones on because...
You can't say shit.
Which is like...
And he was like, I will give you my gun. And I was like, hell yes.
But I've been there before. Like I was telling Laura, like one time when I lived in Williamsburg, my neighbors were like having a blowout party and I had just gotten sober and they were out on the fire escape. Like below mine, like so close where I said to you, like I felt like they were in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's how close the the talking was.
It was inappropriate.
And I went out and it was like really late. It was like past the point of like, and it was a Friday, so I was trying to be, and I was just like, guys, can you just like go inside? And they said, yeah, we will in a minute. And they never went in. And I was like,
I hate that.
Gouge all your fucking eyes out.
I say on weekends, you can be as loud as you want, like blast music, have a party until midnight. And then if you live in like a living situation like how I live, where there's a lot of apartments and the walls are thin and everyone can kind of hear everyone's business if you're loud enough, by midnight you gotta just shut it down or like make an effort to be quiet. I've let neighbors, I've never said anything because again, like I don't want, no one wants to be that bitch. But if it went till 4 a.m., I would be like, you simply must stop.
Yeah, and then them just being like, we will in a minute.
I'd be like, you will now.
They were like 5 years younger than me.
That's when you need a tiny gun.
Mm-hmm. So Carrie's, her whole storyline is like, brushes with this cool girl. She finds out that she's like a chic jewelry designer from like San Francisco or LA or
from
something.
LA.
And she's come
or
to
California.
New York for the energy. And so she's kind of sees herself a little, I think, in this girl.
I think so. And she's intrigued. And like one night, Charlotte and Lily go out for a dick talk lunch. But they can't even get to the hog talk because
she finds Lily's Finsta.
And Lily's like posing in a sports bra. And Charlotte is clutching her pearls. She can't believe her sexy daughter. But I also believe in that moment she realizes she's being orphaned by Lily because Lily is orphaned
She's
at
Esther.
this point. She is Esther. She's 31 years old.
Her caption is like, do you like it?
Do you like what you see?
So she runs to Aunt Carrie's, and Charlotte's like, please take care of her tonight. And Lily's like, I'm going to sleep over. I can't go back there yet. I'm mad at my mom. And Carrie takes a good look at the Finsta in question and is like, you know what? You were friends with me in the 90s when I was wearing like nothing.
Shout out to our childless queens for having a handle on things.
But Charlotte's like, but she's 15. And Carrie's like, no, she's 31.
Yeah. Charlie, I hate to tell you this, but have you ever seen that movie Orphan?
So then Lily sleeps over, and as she's sharing a bed with Carrie in their little twin bed, Carrie, they're just blasting music downstairs.
The bass is pumping. It's again like the wee hours of the morning.
So Carrie takes to the stairs in her trench, walks down the stairs in her big overcoat, and the door is opened. And I was like, they're gonna walk in. She's gonna have like a threesome with her and her guy. Because, by the way, she brings...
Oh, yeah. She brought a brownie to 20-something and her hot man. And then that's when we got dick number 2.
And that was a real dick.
That was a real peen.
Just like a good...
Just a good, soft, medium-sized penis.
Yeah. And so...
Maybe a grower, not a shower.
And he's like, we don't eat sugar. And Carrie's like, fooled again! So she goes down to
Back
investigate.
to my cauldron I go.
She opens the door and the girl is just like passed out with a glass of wine in her hand and no one's there. Like she'd had a party but everyone's gone and she's just asleep on her couch with the music blasting.
Mm-hmm.
So Carrie sort of turns the music all the way down, takes the girl's glass out and then blows out a candle and the little fairy godmother.
It was sweet.
It was sweet.
I thought she was going to steal her mail for a second. I got really excited for Carrie to commit a federal crime.
Well, I'll tell you a federal crime. Those boots. The next morning, Carrie's walking down the street in her like
cigarette
anti-cig
smoking
smoke garb, which is like she looks like a babushka, which I love.
And that look is gonna be huge in 2022. It's all about smoking whilst babushkaing.
I'm gonna be that for Halloween.
Yeah, I will too.
Okay.
We should get everyone that we know to go
wear.
as Carrie Babushka Bradshaw.
Mm-hmm.
All the smokers, we ride.
Well, she's embarrassed. So then she's like, God, I just hope she never sees me in an outfit like this. And then she walks out of the apartment. She's like, hey. And I'm like, Carrie, the outfit you're wearing is a lot better than the outfit
I need to
jewelry designer
do a
wearing.
tight 38
on those boots.
The boots that this woman was wearing.
They're like, it's like snow pants, unzipped from halfway up.
They were boots that were so clunky. I'm like, how do you even walk in those without like tripping?
Yeah.
And also they're
hideous.
And also they're so unflattering. They like make your legs look like a huge cankle. And I'm like, they took the boots from Green M&M and they said no more sexy boots, and they put the boots on
Ilaria
Baldwin.
It's just Ilaria.
Whoever lives underneath Gary Bradshaw.
But these boots are unforgivable and
they're unholy.
And I was like, Carrie, any coolness that you fear that you don't have, trust that you have it.
I need to just look and see who made these boots.
Boots millennial. Boots Gen Z. I feel like I'm getting sick.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, me. 3 in 10 people in LA have Omicron.
Yeah, I believe that.
You've already had it. You're good.
I know, but we don't know that. Okay, I need more time to locate these boots, but in the meantime, I need listeners to direct me, to show me who made these boots so I can file a lawsuit.
Where are our eyes and ears?
Where are our eyes and ears? Where are my fashionistas at?
Fashionistas, come put your heads together and let us know.
I need answers.
I need answers too, because they were
the ugliest shoes I've ever seen in my life.
They were terrible.
I'm not even exaggerating.
No, it was really, really bad.
I rewound it 5 times.
We were in shook.
We were shook by the boots.
We were in shook. So that happens. And then Miranda's like, I gotta divorce Steve.
And everyone's like, okay.
Carrie and
Miranda,
Charlotte, they're eating crab. They're eating like at I think they're at like Chelsea Market or something. And
they all have, Miranda gets a huge plate of crab claws. And I just turned to Carrie and I was like, old Chablis Hobbs is sniffing her fingers thinking about hooking up with shit.
Miranda stuck some crab claws in her purse on the way out.
And went, I gotta break up with Steve.
But she's like, that's it. I'm divorcing Steve. And Miranda and Charlotte and Carrie are like, are you fucking idiot?
They're like, who are you?
You are a mess. They're like, girl,
you
get your shit together.
You went from raging alcoholism, tiny Tito's bottles in your huge backpack.
Go to a meeting, you dried ass drunk.
Fucking cray.
So they're like,
but like,
okay,
go off, queen.
Go off, queen. Live your truth.
Divorce his ass.
So she sits Steve down, and it's really heartbreaking.
Honestly, I almost cried. I was clutching my heart because I was heartbroken at Steve's. Like, you cannot divorce this man. He will end up living in a nursing home.
He also looked really sexy in this moment.
He looked so sexy, and his speech
was really good.
So
acting.
Good and like, well acted and well written.
Miranda, I love our life, Miranda. He's like,
he's like,
you might need more, but I don't need more. We do our thing, we go to work, and we come home and we talk about Brady and eat ice cream. That's all I need.
And Miranda's like, I need more in my life. Okay, I need to have
Che Diaz wrist deep.
Face deep in my head deep.
I need to have Che Diaz whole ass head in my bussy in order to live my life to the fullest.
And Steve's like, he's like, well, first she doesn't.
No, she doesn't even say
I'm
a lesbian.
And I'm having an affair with I'm queer.
Yeah, like Miranda gaslights Steve and then puts him through hell. And he even says, he's like, our whole relationship has been a roller coaster of you telling me that I'm not enough and me like fighting to be with you. And like, that is what broke my heart because it's so true.
He goes, I'm too old to fight for you again.
And I
Miranda's
just
like,
want you to be happy. And like, he's like, basically our whole relationship is you untreated mentally ill queen going off about like how
I'm not good enough for you.
I'm not good enough and I will just let you have it this time.
He's like, well, then he goes, I mean, do you really think you're going to find anything better out there? Like, we're old.
Yeah.
And Miranda goes, I'm not old and I've met someone.
And but it's like, she's not being honest with herself or with the world.
So then Steve's like,
Well, all I want in the world is for you to be happy, Miranda.
He's also like Googling Medicaid because he's going to need it when he has to get a full-time nurse to help him in his still Alice Twilight years.
well, she's like, can you put your
little
hearing
aid
aids in so I can tell
Which
you.
I read that David Eggenberg is going deaf or whatever, or I mean has hearing loss, so
Yeah.
that's why they wrote it in. But I think it totally tracks and makes sense.
I love Steve. I'll always ride for him.
The thing is, if they were to get divorced, and I think this is true in a lot of situations, unfortunately, I don't love it, but it's the truth. I don't think Steve would have a problem dicking someone down ASAP.
No.
And I think old Chablis Hobbs.
Well, so Chablis gets in the cab and she's in the cab and she calls Carrie and she goes, I did it. I divorced
She's
Steve.
manic.
I told him everything. I told him about Che, and all he said was he wants me to be happy. And Carrie literally looks like she's about to cry, and she's like, well, she goes, where are you, by the way?
She's like, another one bites the dust.
She goes, where
She
the
was
fuck
like,
are you?
First
And she
I
goes-
lost Samantha, and now I'm losing Chablis.
She goes, where the fuck are you? And she goes, I'm going to the airport to Cleveland, because Shea's doing a show in Cleveland.
There's a moment where Miranda's waiting for Che outside of Shea's apartment, and Che goes, bad timing. This Uber's taking me to the airport. Got a gig in Cleveland. And I was like, when you've got a gig in Cleveland.
And Miranda's like,
No one should ever have to go to Cleveland.
she goes,
If you're feeling called to Cleveland, you need to check in to hospital. You're actually being called to a straitjacket. You're being called to a 72-hour hold.
I've heard Cleveland's cool.
No, I'm sure. And I can't wait to do a gig in Cleveland,
Yeah.
honestly. But like, I would do that. And I heard it's cool too, but still, no.
She
Like,
goes-
if you're going to Cleveland for a gig, you're no hospital. But if you're just going to Cleveland to take to Cleveland, hospital.
Well, Miranda goes, she goes, I just need to know if we're on the same page. Do you feel the same way about me as I do about you? And then Che goes, yeah, baby. She goes, I'm in love with you.
I'm in love with you.
Oh, fuck. Jonathan, cut that out. Che goes, yeah, baby. I'm in love with you. And then Miranda goes, really? I'm so in love with you, Che. And then Che goes, she goes, Miranda, baby, one thing you got to know about me, though, is I can't give you traditional. And Miranda's like, I don't want traditional. I'm over traditional. I've been doing traditional my whole life. And it's led me to this point, being deeply unhappy with my husband.
I'll take care of it. I'll do anything. I'll change my entire life. I'm going to fix it.
And
Because
Shea's
I
like,
want to be with you.
and Shea's like, great. If you want to do all the work and change your life, like, I'm cool.
Hell yeah, I'm going to go to Cleveland and stick my head in some bussies, but I'll see you later.
So Miranda's racing to the airport to join Che on their gig. And little do they know, I'm sure Miranda, they're going to be like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Che's going to be
She's going to be
deep.
balls deep in someone. And like, Miranda's going to be like, oh, I don't actually want this. I want to.
Che's going to be Polly.
Maybe Miranda will be Polly. I just don't think she and Steve are done.
No, I don't. I absolutely don't. I think Miranda is literally hospital.
I think
She
Carrie and Charlotte is like, as long as she's not drinking,
needs to be 5150.
she might be someone that
Miranda
is better
has
off
horrible energy.
off the wagon.
Yeah, I said she needs to go back to the sauce.
She has terrible energy.
Her energy, we need to write her out of the show. What if she ends up with Che?
I just
I
don't,
actually would. I would.
I don't think they're gonna give them. I don't think they're gonna give Miranda what she wants.
No.
I think, and that's fair.
But
That's fine.
I said to Carrie when they were talking about Cleveland, when Che had a gig in Cleveland, and they like kissed and said I love you, I said I ship their horrific love.
Me too.
Like I would
I'm into
ride
their
and I would
messy-
die to see Miranda and Che try and make it work. Maybe Miranda will be open. And then Steve will just start pulling hot ass and
Yeah.
Miranda will be like, this was a huge mistake.
People would line up to ride that D.
Starting with you.
Yeah.
And then me.
Just a line.
All he would have to do is be like, I'm single with like a selfie and a line around the block.
Gays and gals.
Literally, you hear like a low like sounds of a stampede and it's just people running across the Brooklyn Bridge
To ride Steve's dick.
Steve's dick into the sunset.
And then we end it with Carrie going downstairs with a bunch of books. And she sees cool girl and her hot dick, medium-sized dick boyfriend fighting. And then she kicks him out for cheating. And then she's crying.
Just I hate that you had to see me like this.
She goes, I'm so embarrassed. And Carrie's like, listen, that's just New York dating, baby. And then she goes, yeah, you're so cool. Closes the door. And then Carrie goes.
I was so excited by that.
And then it ends with
She
Carrie.
is cool.
And then it ends with her on the windowsill smoking a cig and that draws.
And her me fou.
Incredible.
Me fou, or however you say it in French. And
Best
Charlotte
episode of the
and
season.
Charlotte and Lily have a dong talk finally.
But Lily still thinks she's like, my Finsta's for 13 of my girlfriends and like my friend's gay brother.
And Charlotte's like, I love that.
Love that for you.
Keep that pussy sacred, queen. And they high-fived. And she was like, do you have anything you want to ask me about your dad's huge dong?
And Lily goes, did you find anything? Cancer, I mean? And Charlotte goes, no,
No, sweetie. I deep-throated him until he came in my eyes.
I got cum coming out of my ears.
I'll teach you one day.
I'll teach you the tricks in the trade.
She was, and that's how you get a man.
But all in all, the best episode.
The best episode of
of
my
the
life.
season. Now I'm like, never want this season to end.
I need
fully.
another season. You cannot end it at this. We have 2 episodes left, and I crave more. And I won't rest until I will have rallies in the Fi-Dye until they bring back And Just Like That.
Let us know if you agree, if you think this is the best episode.
I say this is episode number 1, and then I liked episode 3 and episode 5 the best. Episode 8, 3, and 5 have bootsed my house down. What about you? Answer gay.
Episode 5. Episode 5 where Miranda gets finger fucked was my favorite.
Yeah.
Because it was just a
hardcore fingering.
But just the culture, the shift.
Yeah.
The cultural, it was a moment for culture. And then this episode.
Okay.
Love.
Crave more.
Speaketh gay.
MPK, go off, queen.
So let us know. We'll be back next week for episode 9. What?
No, I love that. Let us the fuck know.
Let us the fuck know.
Let us know about those boots.
Speaketh gay.
Speak gay. Get tickets to see us.
Our tour in the Pacific Northwest.
We're tearing this tour up,
And if
and
you're
I
feeling
think we
any,
should
like-
officially call it the Seafood Tower Tour of 2022.
Yeah, and guys, like, I understand, like, I feel like if you're, like, hesitant and all about, like, COVID or, like, not it's like, just come. It's gonna be fine.
You know what?
We're
Britain-
coming regardless.
Britain has
darling.
declared COVID. Oh, wait, I'm Aussie. Britain has declared COVID to be over. They're not doing it COVID anymore.
To be fair, they've declared COVID over, like, 12 times.
Maybe this time it'll stick.
So let's hope. We're
But-
gonna just say that it's in retreat for good.
If Britain can do it,
So can we.
so can we, and we're doing it now.
So get your Seafood Tower on. Come join us in the Pacific Northwest Tour, February 27th, San Francisco, March 2nd, Seattle, and March 3rd,
Portland.
Get into it. Come see us lol in person. It's going to be fun.
We'll see you there. You can go to larsmarie.com for ticket links. You can go to the link in my fucking bio for ticket links. And
We'll see you then.
bye.